Now our resolution adopting safe routes to school plan. Thank you, Steve. This is what we had on last meeting. We've got 2 of them this time, and I've asked Dr. Feeney to come and explain a little bit about what the school's doing. So if you guys haven't met him yet, this is Dr. Kevin Feeney, superintendent for the schools.
Step up, Doc, and
Thank you.
present our board.
Let me just pass those up. This is a copy of a letter that just went to Chris Whitaker.
You guys have that.
This whole Safe Routes to School is all new to me, probably. We started on this, would have been last. There was.
You actually have one in your packet, Daryl.
Oh, now we have 2.
We like it.
Yeah. We started on this, it was
8 months ago, 6
yeah,
months
at
ago.
least it was well into last school year, and then in putting this together. And the Safe Routes to School grant, just a quick snapshot we've learned. It's from the Department of Transportation. It's 100% grant, so there's not matching involved, which of course for schools and municipalities is always a nice thing. And what it is designed to do really is a couple of things. One is to promote healthiness and walking and riding bikes to school. And to do that, then the second part of it is to make sure that you have safe routes for kids to get to school. And so what we did is we put together a committee of representatives from the school. And I should say the school's role in this is kind of as a centerpiece. We can't submit the grant. That has to come from the communities involved. But the school is at the center of it, hence Safe Routes to School. And so what we did is put together a committee of with representation from Wall Lake, Sac City, and Lakeview. And we started looking at it, meeting with the representative from Region 12, who coordinates all of this and actually writes the grant. And does all of the paperwork, which that's a blessing.
Explain what happened there.
And the young man that was just going gangbusters up and left and took a different job, so I got handed off to Chris Whitaker, who's a veteran at this. This isn't new to him, but he had all of these dumped in his lap not all that long ago, so he's been scrambling. But by the time he came in, basically we were about 90% done with what we had to do for this. We were ahead of the curve, which was good. Anyway, the Sac City will be putting in a application, and I'm hoping that Wall Lake will as well. Lakeview doesn't qualify because it has to be in a community or from a community that has a K-8 facility. And of course, the only thing in Lakeview is the high school. And we said, that's really stupid. Have you been in front of our high school when the buses drop off everybody and they play fruit basket upset? Doesn't matter. In the future, perhaps they'll change this grant, but for right now, Lakeview is left out of this. And so anyway, what happened then is we continued to talk and started walking around and looking, and the committee members from each of the respective communities, and started to put together a priority list of things that look like they would be good projects to do, would be helpful to the communities as well as helpful to the school. And that was all governed by people from the communities. I had nothing to do with any of that. And then the compilation of that then is that, or I guess I should back up, if you're awarded, and it's a competitive grant process, so if you're awarded, they said that the minimum grant is $25,000, the maximum is $250,000.
Per location.
Per location.
Per location.
But you have to couple that with a dose of reality. I think there's 1.7 million in the entire project, and that's for the state of Iowa. So who knows? We thought it was worth our time to put forth what we think are 2 very solid grant applications, and my take on it is whatever, if we get anything, we're ahead of the curve. It was worth our time donating, putting the thing together. So that leads into the document that you now have 2 copies of. And that just is the letter that I sent to Chris to finalize, to Chris Whitaker to finalize the different projects. And I thought it was nice that you could see what Sac City's looking at doing too, because that's part of our district. and they have some projects there. If you go to page 3 then, on the copy I handed out just as it highlighted, looked a lot prettier if I had a color copier, but these are projects that the Wall Lake folks on the committee came up with. Flashing lights at the intersections that are listed there, sidewalk replacement at different spots, around the elementary school, and then there's an installation of a new sidewalk as well, changing a fence, crosswalks, you're capable of reading, obviously. What I didn't do on your copy, and if I punched all the right numbers on my phone, the Wall Lake application is asking for $178,585.53.
Run that by me again, Doc.
$178,585.53. And I would not stake my life that I punched all the right buttons, but that's in the ballpark. And so what we're asking, I say we, I would say not just the school, but representatives that were on the committee to design this, entertain any questions and we can talk about things. There is a commitment from the communities in this of maintaining things for a 10-year period, and you have to know that. When I look at the list of things that we're asking or considered priorities in Wall Lake, I don't know exactly what that's going to look like. I know that one of the questions that I guess came up before was like snow removal on sidewalks, and
It'll still be up to the school.
that's up to the school, yeah, because you'll see the sidewalks around our property and Steve will fire up the Bobcat and away we go. So there is a potential, I mean, just to be honest, I tend to be over-honest, that there is some potential for some cost over a 10-year period. But the flip side of that is if we were able to do this for this community, it makes the community a lot better place for kids. And it's a minimal investment amortized out over a 10-year period, whatever the commitment in the community would be. That's my take
And
on it.
from what I was told also to be on this committee, we are eligible for this grant every year.
Right.
So when it says repaint the lines and stuff every 10 years or whatever, 5 years down that road, if they need repainted again, we can apply for that again. And that way it's no cost to the city. Okay? Well, what Doctor is trying to tell you is in order for us to get this grant, the city of Wall Lake has got to be on board to approve this in order for us to get this grant for the school.
Well, we gotta be the ones to ask for it, but the question becomes, we asked for $178,585, do they award to us maybe?
Yes.
And then who prioritizes what we do?
On what gets done?
Yeah.
That's a really good question, Rob. And I don't know the specific answer from anything I've read in the guidelines. To me, the common sense answer is that we would visit with the people that were on the committee as well as
School board.
the school as well as the city and prioritize. We get 25,000. What's the best bang for our buck? That would have to be a joint conversation is how I would want to approach it.
I'm thinking kind of how it is right now, is kind of how you have it prioritized as of right now. And maybe that's not that there was to follow that, but.
So it would depend on how much money we were granted too.
Yeah, but they are listed in the order that the committee felt in priority need for safety issues.
I mean, the playground resurfacing is 100,000 and 178.
Yeah,
And that's the cheapest bid we found.
yeah.
That probably hasn't been resurfaced since I was in school there.
I don't know.
They told me what year it was too. Gosh dang it. He told me what year it was done. The guy that came in, because he could tell exactly what year it was done. I can't remember what he did tell me.
Most where it gets is when they push snow, little feet don't hurt.
Yeah.
I understand we have some folks that like, one of the reasons for the fence is that some people like to take the shortcut through there, which isn't really all that safe, especially if you've got kids around. So that was the thought that drove all of this, is what's going to make things safe for our
The
kids.
chain link fence is original. They did tell me that.
Really?
That was the first one that was ever put up, and that's still the same one that was up.
on this side.
There was
Yeah.
some parking on there for a while, I think, during the farm festival or something years past.
Yeah, people park on there when they have a show.
Here at the community building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll make a motion, we pass resolution adopting safe routes to school plan 2011-06.
Second, please.
I'll second it.
Been moved and seconded to adopt the resolution adapting safe routes to school plan. I'm going to call for a roll call vote, please. John?
Yes.
Rob?
Yeah.
Darrell?
Yes.
Francis?
Yes.
Ray?
Yes.
Motion passed. Thanks, Dr. Feeney. Appreciate it.
Now we gotta do the other one. The same one, I mean,
The same number?
no, it's 08.
07?
08. 07 we did at the last meeting.
It's this one?
Yeah, I'll sign this one. Right behind that.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's right. They work together. I seen that too.
This doesn't say anything different than the front page, right, Dr. Feeney?
Which one are you, did you pass to begin with?
06.
06.
The plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then the other one is just that.
The program.
Shift, and it's a yeah, one you're approving the concept, the other you're approving the actual plan.
Right.
Which is which, I haven't quite figured
This,
out.
this second one says that we'll maintain it for 10 years or something like that.
Basically.
Motion, please.
I move we adopt resolution 2011-08.
Second.
I'll second that.
Roll call vote. John?
Yes.
Rob?
Yes.
Darrell?
Yes.
Francis?
Yes.
Ray?
Yes.
Thank you, Dr. Feeney.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, appreciate it. Chris, can I pick up the resolution, signed resolutions tomorrow sometime?
Yes.
Good luck you around.
Yeah, call me. I'll be here, but
Good, thank you, everybody.
Thank you. I'll do it.